Sports Timeout Podcast with Jensen Maydew, Tony Caranco, and your host, Wes Underwood.
And, welcome into the Sports Timeout Podcast, brought to you by Jeffersons. Free fried pickle Fridays. Also, if you're a teacher in the area, anywhere, bring in your badge and talk to them about the discount there. And, when you're done there, picking all those wings out of your teeth, go check out Robert's Integrative Dentistry in Joplin if you're looking for a brighter, straighter smile. And be sure to schedule your appointment today at 417-622-0404. And, well, I mean, as I've mentioned before, if you're doing that in the middle of the day and you've been to work already, or, you know, you took a personal day or something to go get your teeth cleaned, go check out our new sponsor, TeeTime. Just south of Ghetto Taco in Webb City. And they've got Wine Wednesdays, BOGO wine and slushies. And if that doesn't get you, then Thursdays is college night. So bring your ID, get 50% off of gameplay. And if neither one of those are your thing, you like coffee and iced coffee. Yep, we're here again recording and at it again with the German chocolate. Can't go wrong with it. I might try their chai, whatever they got here soon. I don't know. I just don't change it up. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah. What's your go-to on iced coffee? You nice coffee drinker?
I am. I'm kind of plain though. I usually sometimes I get an iced caramel macchiato, but most of the time it's an iced vanilla latte. So
okay.
Yeah.
And I mean,
boring.
you can kind of see the game in the background there. I think Travis Kelce just got one because Taylor Swift's going crazy, and that's the only thing I don't like about recording this game or recording this pod. But it is what it is, and we got to get through the growing pains here. So, but yeah, and well, before we go ahead and get started, make sure to hit that subscribe and follow button on YouTube. And Wes and Kennedy joining you this week, and Tony's out enjoying time with the fam, and Jensen had to work tonight. So hopefully all four of us will get together soon. But yeah. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. First up, we'll talk NCAA and we'll talk Colorado and Coach Prime, former Dallas guy there. And he had seemed to reflect on the idea of the Buffaloes game this week as they take on Nebraska, and would again be a personal kind of thing for him. Instead, he didn't go personal, and he praised Nebraska coach Matt Rule and ahead of this rivalry game, saying that he had a ton of respect for him, and he's in. I mean, I call it our class of coaches. We all took a tremendous test last year, is what he had to say, along with Arizona State coach Kenny Dillingham and several others. So I feel like we're kind of a fraternity, is what he said as well. And he roots for that class of head coaches that came in that year. And I mean, this is kind of a different approach than what he took a year ago, as Colorado won 36-14. And what are your thoughts here? Do you think he knows Nebraska is better and he's trying to be modest before his team, kind of gets blown out? Or do you think he's pulling for another upset here, maybe?
I mean, it's hard for me to decide because I don't think we've ever known Coach Prime to be the most humble person. He's known for his confidence and making it clear, he's prepared to beat any opponent. Yeah. I mean, Nebraska is good. They're a good team, but so is Colorado. So I think it's possible that he might just be letting the game speak for itself this time, knowing that his team is going to have to compete and that they can.
I mean, that's crazy. He's going to talk about you talk about his game there, because he's always been one to let his mouth do the talking. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Good point. But you mentioned that about them, and we'll go ahead and talk NCAA top 25. Florida State, they're out of the top 25 after their 0-2 start. But who's in? You got Georgia and Ohio. They stay put, 1-2. Oregon moves down 4 spots, excuse me. They go to number 7. Texas moves to 3. And, well, I like this little typo here. It's Bama, but they put my computer changed it to Obama. That's hilarious. But they move down. Bama moves down to number 4. So that's good for them. The Irish, I mean, it's crazy that they got all this stuff going. And I really don't know who to look forward to here. It's gonna be a fun top 25. 5 SEC teams in the top 10, 7 of those in the top 25. I mean, are there any surprises for you in there? I mean, Missouri, they moved up to that spot there, I believe number 9. I had it on here and I think it took it out, but they got the number 9 spot and took over Michigan's spot. So, but any other surprises for you?
I mean, honestly, I won't say yes because I feel like there was so many changes that it was all kind of a surprise. So nothing specific, but I mean, some of the teams that are in the top 25 are teams we see in the top 25 frequently. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of changes. All the teams are getting good. I don't know. Like you said, I don't know who to look forward to either. I feel like
True.
it's getting more and more frequent that anything can happen. And
Yeah.
we got good players everywhere.
You got a team you go for in the NCAA there?
I would say I go for Texas, but it's mainly because I know a bunch of people who play there. It used to be Oregon, but yeah,
Okay.
now that I'm in college, that all of my people that are in college too, they play at Texas, so kind of don't
Okay.
have a choice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And well, on that note, we'll go ahead and head into the NFL and hope you're all ready for this one here. And it's opening week. Chiefs Ravens last night. We got a good game out of that one. And I mean, should be celebrating the season, correct? But, you know, Commanders vice president, he had some other things to say. And well, they have suspended him for those things. An employee who made comments about the team's players, anti-gay slurs, accused Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones of being racist and anti-gay, and called the NFL commissioner Roger Goodell a $50 million puppet. And I mean, there's a lot that just unfolded in that. And I mean, the team said it suspended him. They've taken the precautions, and he's been with the organization for 4 years. But comments he made to an undercover reporter and in the O'Keefe media group. And I mean, just it's a lot to unfold and I digest. I mean, I know you've read a little bit of it. I've read some of it, and we won't go into all the details, but I mean, just things that are just like, come on, like it's common sense. Always be aware of your surroundings. And I guess if you're that kind of person, like, okay, you're just going to be that dumb anyway. So I don't know. It's definitely unprofessional. I think what they did was right, and I think a lot more is probably going to be coming out of this for sure. But I don't know. You have any thoughts on this one, or?
I mean, yeah, they definitely made the right decision in suspending him. Like for him to be saying those kind of things, it's obvious he showed he didn't care about his job. He doesn't care about the organization. Doesn't care about the players. It's just disrespectful. Like, okay, you have your
Yeah,
opinions, but like you said, it's unprofessional. And just having that kind of mindset is when you're in the workplace. It just doesn't
yeah,
belong anywhere. So definitely the right
no,
decision.
yeah. I mean, I didn't even look at the age. I don't know if he's young. I don't know if he's old. I mean, at this point, it doesn't make sense either way. I mean, it's hurtful, it's harmful to people, it's terrible things that always get said by people like that. And it just baffles me that it still happens in sports, but it does. I mean, it's the real world and things do happen, and people say dumb stuff all the time. And just, I mean, it just baffles me. Like, I don't know why you would. I don't know why you waste that energy, but, you know, I guess it is what it is, and it's sad. So,
For
but
sure.
all right. Moving on in the NFL, we'll go ahead and talk Davante Adams and the Raiders. And well, I mean, oh man, another thing that just gets these players more amped up and fired up for the season. And he took exception to former NFL wide receiver Deshaun Jackson's recent claims that Adams was not happy in Vegas. And here's what he had to say about it. And he goes, "At the end of the day, the facts are the facts, and that is not a fact," Adams told the media on Wednesday. And as the Raiders prepare for their season opener against the Chargers, he goes, "I've probably spoken to Deshaun Jackson maybe 3, 4 times in my life, and I've never had a conversation with him about this ever. And I put that on my kids. I've never spoken to him about anything." And then Adams also said the only person he shares that with and his public feelings is his wife. And I mean, she ain't going to be out there leaking anything. and dropping stuff like that. So in the media, I mean, rightfully so. And I don't know. If it ain't from the horse's mouth, it's probably a bunch of BS. And I mean, what are your thoughts on this one? Do you think he's a little too defensive, or do you think he's being sincere here?
No, I think everything he said, rightfully so. I don't I don't think it's fair for because even if that were true, like I feel like why is Deshaun Jackson speaking on that? That's not his opinion, his feelings to speak on. He should
Yeah,
have just left it alone. Even in that show on Netflix, Receiver, I don't know if you watched it or did anybody watch it, but
I have not
it
yet, but
kind of
I do.
gave
I do.
yeah, it gave a better look. He was on there. It gave a better look into Adams and like his journey. And
Yeah.
yes, he struggled at times with the Raiders, and um, yes, he was frustrated at injuries and losses. But that's a part of being an athlete. So if Deshaun Jackson
Sure.
is taking away his feelings from that, then that's just, I mean, what athlete doesn't feel that way, But it doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean he was unhappy.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with that, and that's well put. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and I, I don't know. At this point, I'm just gonna have to agree with Adams. So, I mean, go Raiders, right? Not really. I'm a Chiefs fan, so, but
Don't know about that one.
all right. Lastly, in the NFL, we'll go ahead and talk the 49ers, and well, I mean, a lot going on here with everything that's been happening this offseason, and I hope I say it right. Persal, 23-year-old, was shot and everything while he was shopping and was walking alone to his car shortly after 3:30 on Saturday after shopping at a luxurious store at Union Square. And the suspect that was there allegedly spotted the NFL player and wanted his Rolex watch, and struggle ensued, and gunfire from the suspect's firearm struck both of them. And he was a teenager, by the way, 17 years old, and yeah, had all that going on. Then he got to the 49er rookie, and he got him in the chest. So one got shot in the hand and one in the chest at close range. And the officials said his mother posted on social media that the bullet went through the right side of her son's chest and out of his back without striking any vital organs. And I mean, that right there is a blessing in itself. I mean, that's like a best
Yeah.
case scenario for this team, best case scenario for him and his family, best case scenario for the guy that shot him. I mean, that's unfortunate that it happened, and I know that the trial is still going to go on, but I mean, he's had to go through the hospital, he's got to go through the trauma center. This player has, again, great outcome, but I mean, the team was in court. He said he was sorry. His lawyer added that he is very sorry, and he is in his thoughts and sending his thoughts out to him and the family. And I mean, he's just a young boy, and he's been charged with attempted murder. And this, I mean, I get it. It was a tussle and it fired both ways, but do you think the Chargers should stand for being charged with attempted murder, or do you think they should kind of go a different route here and make him do a lot of thinking and just kind of maybe put him away in juvie and work with him that way? I mean, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, it's a hard opinion to form for me because,
Yeah,
like, I understand he's young, but I feel like, he's also old enough to kind of know what those decisions lead to
yeah,
and what consequences come from those. But also, he's at an age where you make dumb decisions. Like, everyone knows that. So it's hard for me to
yep,
be like, oh, he deserves this or he deserves that. But I mean, he
sure.
acted, and I think consequences come, with every action. So it's hard to be like I agree with the attempted murder charge. It's hard to say I think that he should just, have to be forced in juvie and think about it. But I don't know. It's kind of it could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, I do appreciate the fact that he apologized, but it's like you're in front of a judge. You're going to do anything you can to lessen your sentence. I mean,
Right.
17-year-olds are out there making these choices every day. I mean, no matter where you are in the country, we have this issue, and it's just kids who get either offended or they want to go out and impress people, and they want to get big things, and they
Yeah.
don't want to pay for it. They don't have the money yet, and they either grow up poor or they are entitled. And I mean, that's where you see it. Like you're either poor or you're entitled. There's a few in the middle that are kind of like in the middle class, but I mean, poor and entitled, is where you see a lot of these kids come from, and it's just ridiculous that it just happens this way. But I mean, I agree with what the court's trying to do. 17 is old enough to be tried as an adult, and I feel like he should have known his decisions when he pulled that gun out and brought it with him, because that was his choice. That's what he did, and he brought it there, and he took it out and used it. So I mean, was it possibly an accident? That's a good case, but again, he pulled it out. He knew what he was doing. So I
Exactly.
agree with the court, and we'll see how this unfolds, but hopefully justice is served. So,
Yep.
but all right, now we're on to soccer talk, and that's brought to you by the Corner Kick in Neosho. Be sure to stop by the Corner Kick located at 1411 Blue Oak Lane, Suite C, Neosho, Missouri. They have the largest soccer store in Southwest Missouri, NWA, SEK, Southeast Kansas, Neosho, or sorry, NEO, Northeastern Oklahoma. I don't know why it turned it over to Neosho for me, but okay. And be sure to check them out Tuesday through Sunday for your football needs. And right now they are offering still 10% off for all kids who signed up for local city rec leagues. So go check them out today. Sam, great guy. Get over there, get your jerseys, get your equipment. He's got the hookups. And well, that note, we talked the current, and I got a chance to catch up with defender Ellie Wheeler, and we talked her big contract, 4-year extension with Kansas City. She's going to be here for a while now, and well, here's what she had to say about it. And yeah, well, we bring back into the pod current defender Ellie Wheeler. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, just ready for the weekend. Teacher here, so it's been a week coming back after Labor Day on Monday, and I mean it's been a short week, but it's been a week.
Yeah, I mean, when did school start back up for you guys?
Oh, so we'll be in our third week now.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's
So you're
crazy.
still at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. But well, I mean, you guys are kind of towards the end of that season on your end there, and I mean, it's been about 2 months since we've had you on now, and I mean, a lot has happened. And well, we'll go ahead and talk contract. You get that 4-year extension done with the current. Well, what was your initial reaction to that signing?
I mean, I was just overfilled with joy and excitement. I mean, I love it here. Um, and anytime anyone asks me about this city, I can't help but tell them how welcome like I have felt like since the moment I've got here. And just supported from the community, but like my teammates, the staff, and I think that's huge. Like
Yeah.
especially as a rookie, and I'm growing every day, and I'm trying to learn, and to feel supported in an environment like this with such high level players is huge.
It's awesome. And I mean, you mentioned all that organization. What's it mean to you personally to be a part of it for 4 more years?
I mean, I just I think it's unbelievable, like the things that we've already accomplished as a group. And just it's unreal to think, how much more we can accomplish. And
Yeah.
I can't wait to be a part of it. I mean, the talent we have, the staff, the support, like there are just so many exciting things. And I'm so lucky that I get to wake up and do this every day with these people.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And now we talked the return home. Last time you all were at CPKC, tough loss, Orlando. And how are you all kind of staying motivated as you prepare for this match against Utah on Saturday?
I think we approach every game, the same, and just take it one game at a time. And obviously we've had a few losses which are tough, but sometimes I think are necessary, to show areas where we need to improve on. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We take lessons from every game and figure out what we need to fix, what we need to change, what we need to keep doing, what worked, what didn't. Um
Yeah.
and so I think that's just our approach for every game, and leading into Utah.
You mentioned that. Want to talk about anything in particular for you?
Um not not to get too in depth, but we go back on film, and just I think a big focus for us is using all of the talent we have,
Yeah.
and scoring goals and getting into these dangerous situations like in many different ways. And I think that's a strong suit of ours, and to keep, highlighting those things.
Okay. Well said. Well said. And so we talk about the return and how important is home field advantage in a big match like this. Just a few games left in the season now. You guys go up against this Utah team. They struggle a little bit, but they can give you a run for your money.
Yeah, I mean, home field advantage is a real thing, especially here. I mean, going from playing here with our fans and at our facility, our stadium, everything to going other places, you notice it for sure. I mean, the fans are what keep us going. I mean, even when we're firing on all cylinders, like, it's we want more, like
Yeah.
however many goals we want. But, also like if they notice a dip, in a game, like energy dip, like they're the ones bringing us back up, like obviously each
Okay.
other, but it's so easy to, look over your shoulder and just hear the fans and be like pumped up immediately. And I think that's huge. Not everyone has that. So we're very lucky.
Kind of like that Chiefs game on Thursday there. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we get a little reminisce. I hope, and Kansas City's always done good about it. I hope they come in for you guys Saturday and
Yeah.
are able to yell as loud.
I hope so too. I hope
So,
so too.
but on top of that, what message, besides not losing their voices tonight,
Yeah.
what message would you like to send to the fans as the team prepares for this match?
I mean, I don't ask much other than just like the same support they've been bringing, and I just want to give so many thanks. I don't think I could say thank you enough. Um, and on behalf of our whole team, our whole staff. I mean, we talk about it all the time in our team meetings. Literally, like I think 2 weeks ago, we had this long conversation just about. It wasn't even about soccer, really. It was about like the community and the fans, and just like they're a part of us, and they give us their all, and we want to do the same in return. And that's showing up, giving our all, putting on a show. I mean, they show up every game, no matter what, no matter the opponent, the time, the weather, like they're there. And we
Yeah,
just want to give them everything we have. So
that's
thank you
awesome.
to all the fans. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I've seen it for you guys. And as I mentioned, the teams there in Kansas City. I mean, it's been a while since we've had multiple teams edging out for the playoff race. I mean, we got the Chiefs; they're looking for that three-peat. You got the Royals; they're on the edge of making it back to
Yeah.
the postseason. And then you guys, and even Sporting right now, like Sporting, like this is a special time up there for
Fort
all the
City for
sports
sure.
teams. Yeah, and I mean,
Crazy.
just they talk about all the time honoring the fans, and I just feel like you guys do it great. Like we're the heartland, and you guys, I just not even being biased, like I feel like you guys treat the fans with the utmost respect that they deserve, and I feel like it's given back to you guys too, unlike a lot of other cities. So
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like this is a community and something that I've never really experienced before. And I just feel so blessed. It's awesome. So we want to give them everything we can.
yeah, yeah. All right, couple more here for you. These will be fun. Not too much pressure on these. I mean, unless if it gets you there, but all right, first up, we talked the headband, and I mean, is that
Mhm.
kind of your signature? Because I noticed that you wore one in college. Others wear them around the team too, but yours looks a little different than your teammates. I mean, yours is a little bit thicker. Theirs are kind of like rubber band type things.
Yeah. It definitely is my thing. A lot of
Okay.
my teammates wear pre-wrap. That's the one that looks like a rubber band.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I've worn it since college, and the bright pink. The pink doesn't really like represent anything other than just I like neon colors. I like bright things, and I like the color pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the way it looks. I like the feel of the headband. I don't like pre-wrap just because it falls off all the time. So my headband, like it ties in the
Okay.
back, which so there's a little more grip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely have a few superstitions. I'm not gonna get into them, but
Yeah.
that's one of them. So that's not going anywhere.
All right.
So
We got to join you somehow. We got to get one for the pod somehow.
got to.
I'm not kidding. We got to do it.
Yep.
I got to get in. I got to get into the phase, and then next year when I come up for the media game,
Yeah, you're
there we
gonna
go.
wear it.
There we go. So then we can actually get you to cheer for our side this time
Oh
and
yeah.
have a reason why. So
Yep. Exactly.
okay.
I'll be there.
And all right, last one. We talk sunscreen.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you all get this zinc sunscreen. And the
Hmm.
current posted who did it best. Michelle said, "You look great, but she killed it." Can you give a little more on what's going on there? Fans have asked on X and I mean Facebook, and I mean I'm just also curious, like what's going on there? Like, is there something special about it? Is there an inside joke going on with it? What's up?
So the zinc, it's obviously like a sunscreen product, but I mean, we're out in the sun every single day for hours a day. So
Yeah.
it's funny. Not everyone on the team wears it. There's like a handful of us that wear it. We have a bunch of different colors, and we just like to have fun with it. But yes, with Michelle, one day we were waiting to go out to training, her and I. And I was, like we were getting ready to put our zinc on, so I was like, "Oh, let me do yours," like just joking around. And I didn't even do anything crazy at first. I might have just put I put dots here, like different colored dots. And she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do you." I was like, "Okay." And she just had a field day on my face with this zinc. It made me look like a clown. And I was like, "Okay, hold on. I need a redo." So I grabbed the sticks and we just went to war. But yeah, we like to have fun with it over here.
Okay. Did you realize that it's on your Wikipedia picture now too?
I did not. I honestly didn't even know I had a Wikipedia page.
Well,
So
it's out there.
thank you for letting me know.
I did a little pre just to see how many different things you guys have done with it.
Okay.
And Wikipedia popped up, and
Yep.
that as of yesterday, that was your Wikipedia picture.
Oh,
And
good.
you had it just going across and then a
Yep.
little bit up. So
Yeah, lovely. Yep, we got a bunch of different colors, some green, blue, pink. We got it all.
all right,
So
you got to get you got to ask him for more of those neon colors. I mean,
I
pink's
know.
there,
That's what
so
I'm saying. I'm trying to get a neon purple. Haley Mason and I, it's like our thing. So
okay,
we usually twin what colors we're wearing. So
fair enough. Well, thanks for the insight there, and we appreciate you coming on. Good luck Saturday, and yeah,
thank you
have
so
fun.
much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.
Thanks.
Good stuff out of her, and excited to watch them tomorrow. Can't wait for that matchup. I hope everything goes well for them at home, and good luck to her the rest of the season, staying healthy. And all right, next up in the MLS, we go ahead and talk Sporting Kansas City as they return to action this week. And Sporting is 2-2, including League Cup games plus MLS play and the U.S. Open Cup in that. So they're currently on a 2-game winning streak and heading into New York as the Red Bulls are searching for answers as they are 0-3-1 in their last 4 games with 2 games in League Cup and 2 games in the MLS season. They are fresh off a loss to Philadelphia. And, well, this is one of those who wants it more matches. Guarantee it, because this is what it's going to come down to. And I really like where SKC is heading. But the inconsistency this season, as a fan, I hope they pull it out. But what do you think here? What do you think we'll see in this match?
I mean, I definitely agree with you on the inconsistency. It causes some worry.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also agree with the who wants it more, especially being in the position that they're already in. They're either gonna figure out, hey, might as well give it all or nothing, or they're gonna let them, or let them figure out kind of how the game is gonna go. It's gonna be whoever dictates it, whoever sets the tone for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's possible they still finding their groove, but I mean, once they're in it, we might see some wins, which would be great. I agree that I want to see them pull through, so that would be nice.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Same here. Same here as a fan. And yeah. All right. Lastly, in soccer news, no one in action today, but we will have a lot of soccer action next week locally. And most games were played yesterday. So be sure to tune into each team's social media pages for more information and results. And well, now we'll head on into the local sports update brought to you by Trackside Burgers. They're open at 1515 West 10th Street in Joplin. Go get some barbecue today or tomorrow. They have new fall hours posted on their page, so go check that out. And I mean, Joplin's back home this week, and they're going to be playing some football there, so go check them out before or after the game. I mean, they're just right down the street from the stadium, so it's perfect location, perfect time to get out there. Fall weather's kicking in. It's barbecue time, and that's for sure. But yeah, all right, local news. Missouri Southern Volleyball takes on the University of Minnesota Duluth at noon today, and will also take on Southern Nazarene University at 4. And then tomorrow at 9 a.m., they will take on Westminster University, followed by Texas A&M University Kingsville. And this is all part of the TAMUK invite in Kingsville, Texas. So, yeah. And then next up, we have you guys, Kennedy, you guys are going to be scrimmaging today at what time?
6 p.m.
All right, so 6 p.m. Come on out and check them out down at the what's the stadium name again? Field name?
It's a Howboden Field.
Okay, and where are they located?
It's kind of hard to describe, honestly, but
I want to hear it from a soccer player's point of advantage here. So let's go. I know how I'd say it.
If you're at the Nest, you're gonna go across the street, and it'll be behind L&P and under Nixon, right in the middle of the biology pond at L&P. So that.
Yep, I just call it the biology pond field. You know, I like Bowden, but the pond field is what we used to call it. So we didn't have Nixon Hall. We didn't have Nixon Hall when we were there, so
fairly new.
That new addition there. Yep.
Yeah.
But so go check them out 6 p.m. today. Get out there a little early and get your spot. But good luck to them and good luck to you as well. And
Thank you.
then we got football, and they'll take on Pitt State, big game in Joplin. Also, Autism Awareness Night and Youth Football Night. Game is set for 7 p.m., so it's going to be a beautiful fall night, that's for sure. But all right, that's local sports, and now we'll go into the 2-minute warning brought to you by Ghetto Tacos. And on Fridays, get 10% off burritos all day long. And they do close at 5 p.m., so get in there quick if you want to get them. If you're a teacher, get in there right after school and, take some tacos to the game. And they're located at 536 North East Street, Webb City, Missouri. And the drive-thru is available 417-717-1261. Make sure you stop by and get some food. If not, get some of that tres leches. And if they're out of tres leches, go in and get some of their, it's just called sweetbread. So go get some sweetbread. And, I'm going to look them up here. I'm going to get the COC matches for this week. We got a good matchup coming up, and we got Webb City and Lebanon, and Nixa, Webb City and Nixa, and that's going to be the game of the week in the COC. So be tuned in for that one because it's going to be fun. But we'll go ahead and take that one. So who you got there, Webb City or Nixa?
We're going to go with Webb City this week.
Okay. Let's see. You know, I know Tony's going to go Webb City. I'm going to go ahead and pick Nixa this week. I like Nixa at Webb City, but prove me wrong, Webb. Prove me wrong. Next up, we have Lebanon heading to Joplin, and who you got there?
I feel like Joplin might pull through. I don't know. I feel like they could.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go Joplin here, and then we have Ozark at Carthage. Who you got?
Let's say Carthage.
I'll take Carthage at home too. Tony's Carthage? No, we'll get his pick tomorrow. I'll get it figured out. And then Kickapoo heads to Neosho. Neosho won in a thriller, so good for them to start the season out 1-0. Excited for them.
They might go off their win. Got some energy coming from that. Maybe they'll pull through.
Hope so.
Go Neosho.
Okay, I'll take the Wildcats here. Kicking that poo on the field there. So, all right. And then we got Waynesville going against Republic. Who you got?
I'm gonna say Republic.
It's at Republic too, so good choice. All right, I'll take Republic at home. Waynesville struggled really bad last week, so we'll take Republic.
They were on the road right last week.
Believe so. So next up, lastly in the COC, we got Glendale and Willard. Who you got?
I'm gonna choose on this one. I don't know what you got either. Let's say Willard.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll take Willard as well, and they'll be at home. So, all right. There's our picks, and it's the end of another episode, and there's the music going in our background. Any plans this weekend?
Nope, just playing all weekend, doing the sport I love.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing on our end either. I think we're just going to just hang out and chill out and take in hopefully some soccer on tomorrow or tonight. And yeah, come watch you guys and then, yeah, take the rest of the weekend off. But all right. Well, have a good week and we'll see you next time on the Sports Timeout. Take care.